get started in a minute. I literally just woke up. Well, I woke up early and I went back to sleep. But God wanted me to get on here and say this. So I'm gonna wait a minute and then I'm gonna start speaking on it. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Look for peace, I pray. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I know this will reach people's timeline. So God wanted me to get on here and confirm some things, because last night when I was talking about gang stalking and I said that nothing has been confirmed of what I've spoken with my intuition, that wasn't like everything though. So God said, no, you need to go back and tell the people what has been confirmed, so that they will understand that what you've spoken, what I've given you, is things have happened. So I wasn't talking about like everything in my life, okay? So I just want to make sure that I say that. A lot of things that when I'm talking about hasn't been confirmed, meaning like the gang stalking. No one's come to me, like I said, no one's come to me and say, hey, this, and that. All right, so that was specifically about the gang stalking. So the things that I've spoken on that God has given me with my intuitive gift is one that I spoke on in the past, that God said your enemies who have come up against you, will either have an incurable disease or will go to prison. And what else, God? And or be exposed. Okay, so I'm not gonna say any names. I'm just gonna say what happened to these people, and I know for a fact because I was there. One of my exes has an incurable disease. They have a blood disorder, some type of blood issue that is not gonna be cured. Also, since then, now this part I haven't been there for, but this is something God told me. Now, not only do they have incurable disease, but they have something else going on with them. But my ex has a blood issue. Hi. Okay. So that was God's confirmation for telling me in the past that he told me whomever was the ones who was stabbing me in the back, they're going to either go to prison, incurable disease, or be exposed. Okay. I already said my ex. One of my siblings has cancer. Okay. And I found that out through my ex, because I had already prophesied to my ex what God said was going to happen to some people for coming up against me injustifiably. Okay. So that's two people. Another one of my siblings is going through hell and back. I don't know about their health, but I know that what they're going through could God said also, he said that he was going to unalive them. That's the other one. I'm sorry. That they was going to either pass away. That was up. Thank you, Lord. Is going through hell and back. That was God's confirmation showing me. Okay. Another person did go to jail. Okay. And I learned this through, again, my ex. The last time I saw my ex, which was about 6 months ago, five months ago, when she told me to, y'all knew, for y'all who've been watching me, I was living in Colorado. Long story short, God want me to speak on it. He want me to speak on the whole thing or some of it. Dip and dab. Okay, so I'm gonna dip and dab in the story. Left Colorado. I literally had a meltdown, in the sense of like, I was like, God, where you want me to go? Where you want me to go? I'm waiting, and trying to figure out, God, what direction you want me to go in, which direction you want me to go in. And I called my ex. I called my ex and said, I don't know what to do. And I felt like that was God doing that, because God wanted me to be in a situation, be back in her life, so I could see that what he had prophesied to me is true. Because he didn't stop me from calling. I said, Lord, do you want me really go back there? Do you really want me to go back in that situation? And God got silent. I'm like, okay, God, I'm driving that way. So if this is not what you want me to do, say something, do something. And then I drove all the way there with my car being messed up. My car was on the last leg, let the mechanic say. But even with the mechanic situation, God be saying some of these mechanics be lying to you about stuff to get extra money. But that's neither here nor there. So I drove all the way from Colorado to Georgia. Okay? And I was on the phone with them, getting there. Do you want me to tell these details? So don't tell that part. Do you want me to tell them what I saw? If I want to. Okay. So I'm going to tell this small piece. When I got there, I knocked on the door, heard the dog, Papa, that's my Papa, and nobody answered. I immediately got upset because I felt like, oh, you trying to play me, right? Long story short, I'm sitting in the parking lot. I see a guy come from that way up the stairs with his shoes in his hand. I said, I knew you, miss. I knew you was bisexual. Damn it. Why you ain't just tell the fucking truth? Why you ain't just tell the truth? I ask this lady all the time. I said, you give me bisexual energy. Like you say you're a lesbian. We're married. This is my wife now, y'all. I divorced her. This is my wife at the time. When I'm asking her all of this stuff. No. No. Why are you asking me that? I'm like, because you give me bisexual energy. If you bisexual, just tell me. Like, I'm not going to judge you, but don't get in a relationship with me and say that you're a lesbian. You're not. Pushing on. And there's some other stuff I am not going to tell, because I have some detailed shit that I am not going to tell on here that God had already given me previously in the past, and it literally came true. Long story short, got there. I don't think I was in the house a week, and she put me out. She said she's working on her healing journey, and she said that I'm, in a sense, it's not the words that she used, I'm a hindrance to her spiritual journey. I didn't do this girl nothing. Literally, y'all, I was actually sleeping in my vehicle. She told me to come to her house. She told me, okay, let me back up. Got to her house. I'm skipping. Got her house. She eventually came from the club, right? Because I called. I said, I know you ain't get me all the way down here just to play me or do the okie doke. And I was pissed off. No. I'm at the party. I'm coming. All right. Get there. And then while I'm there, at some point, she said her niece was coming. Okay? And I told her, well, I prefer your family not to know I'm even here because I don't want the drama. I said, because I already know what they be doing behind my back. And I'm talking about spell work. Okay? This is something that she didn't want to believe, but now I know she a part of it too. But anyway, and it's always been an issue with her and her family. Her family's she's one of the people, whatever her family say do, she gonna do. It don't matter what they say. Okay? So anyway, she put me out. So I was like, cool. I wasn't even mad about it. I got in my vehicle. I slept in my vehicle. And I was at peace. Until the gang stalkers in Georgia came. I mean, the police, all of them, it didn't matter where I go. They were shooting guns behind me, which they did that down here too. That's their MO. Like when they want to stalk you, if you park somewhere, they'll go somewhere and then shoot a gun in the air. All these are scare tactics. Did the same thing in Georgia. Okay? And so I'm like, I'm good. So I wasn't even mad about it. I was just like, I ain't about the drama, right? You know, but God just showing me like, this who you are, right? You got to go to the doctor. You want to know, can I bring you to the doctor's another place? But now you done found out you got this blood issue, right? And then she says to me, it's probably because of what God's probably punished me for what I did to you. And I'm just looking at her like, what you think? What do you think? You said it. And you confirming it right now that that you did it. But I already knew. And then she tried to lie to me and tell me shit because God wanted me to say this. I don't know what's going on. There gotta be something going on her side, because literally God woke me up to speak about this. She's like, I don't do no spell work. This is okay, no. Because when I was there, she kept on talking about, I'm waiting for the next moon. Why would you say that? So you do moon magic. And then God started showing me when she get in my energy that she has a signature to her energy. Okay? So it was her. And then also God showed me where, I'm not going to say what family member, her family member was a part of it. Because her family member tries to mask their energy in hers. So it'll make it look like all the time that it's her doing it. Okay, so like when people mess with your energy or like trying to do spell work on you, they can kind of cloak themselves in somebody else's energy to make it look like it's them doing it, especially if you have some type of affiliation with them. If they got some type of clothing that that person has, they had sexual contact with that person, they can mask behind that person's energy and attack you, and you'll think it's that person, but it's somebody else. But when you have the Most High God will tell you, no, this is the real person who's doing it, right? The other person who did it, I knew for sure drank beer. When they would get in my energy, for some reason, I would crave beer. I don't drink beer. I went to the club recently, had a ginger beer. If y'all know what a ginger beer, it's a non-alcoholic beverage, just ginger with sweetness, really, foam. That's it. I'm talking about a beer, okay? And this person drinks beer. So I would know, oh, this is that person because they drink beer, and I could feel this energy is trying to mask themselves. And I remember one time that happened, and I spoke directly to that person in the spirit, and it backed off. It's almost like it was shocked that I knew that it was them. Okay? Like I say, for my sibling, she was the one who showed me text messages about my sibling having cancer. It broke my heart. But God said, you will not go there. Because I was the person in my family, if that would have happened, I would have been there for my brother. I would have brought him to the doctor. I would have prayed for him. I would have fed him. I would have made sure that he got back to him. I would have poured energy into him. God said, no, ma'am. He said, no, ma'am. He said, this is a punishment to them. He said, I'm showing you, I'm bringing you to these places that I know you don't understand. Why would I send you back to these places? But I need you to see that what I prophesied to you is the truth. Okay? So, just to confirm to y'all that things that I prophesied in the past has already come to pass. And I hear that soon, very soon, I feel like someone is literally about to pass away. Literally. Like, I'm talking about so soon that it's like right here soon. And I feel like it's one person's gonna be one person in my family and one person in their family. And then I hear also a cult member. I hear a cult member that practicing dark witchcraft. That's a leader. That's what I hear for coming up against me. See, the thing is that God does not honor when you come up against people and you do people wrong when they not doing you anything. Like, you know, people think that it's okay to just go and do witchcraft, speak bad words over people, do the gang stalking and all of that, and there will be no consequences. That's not true. It's not true. And to see, the thing is that what God does, God will remove you from a situation, out of a place and space, because he know that he's about to start giving people their punishment. And he don't want you to be nowhere around, so nobody can come to you and start saying, oh, what you did. And people be feeling like you be doing witchcraft on them because they be getting that issue and they don't realize, no, that's your karma. That's all God. Because I'm not covered if I go start trying to figure out how to do black magic and all that on somebody, start doing that to somebody, and they ain't did me nothing. I'm not covered. I don't fool with that stuff. I don't fool with that because I don't want to get punished. I don't want God giving me no issue about nothing and nobody for doing something that I know I had no business doing. I don't mess with it. That's why I'm sitting here healthy. I'm homeless, but I look damn good. Ooh, I do. I was like, man, you one of the most put together homeless woman that I've ever seen, honey. I tell you, when you get up out this car, you sure don't look homeless. You wake up, I just woke up and I'm amazingly beautiful. And it's not just my outside, it's my inside. I don't see a lot of homeless people looking like the way I look. So I'm very much healthy. And I don't know a lot of people who can go through what I've been through and have their sanity to be on here to talk to you. With you can see I have my mind. With you can see that I'm not crazy. A lot of people who have gone through what I went through, they wouldn't even have this conversation with you just like, hello, how are you doing? They would be all messed up. So if you don't think that God is true, God is he's showing you right here with me. So I just wanted to confirm. I just wanted to confirm that. And there's some other things that God has confirmed. And I'm not going to put it out there because I'm not going to put some people's business out there. But it get deeper. But God wanted me to say this because I don't know why. I don't know why in the spirit, guys, something going on in the spirit world. Something going on. I don't know what. And it got something to do with that area of my life, my exes and family. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't. But for God to wake me up, because I go to work later on, and I've been just relaxing. And he's like, get on there and tell him. Okay? Okay, God want me to tell a lot. God, what's going on? God's like, no, I want you to tell him this, and I want you to tell him that. Okay, all right. So, also, there was this text message in the beginning that, okay, let me go back. So I had told my ex, I was like, I know that people are stealing my inheritance, and I said, I know it's a whole bunch of people involved in my family and stuff like that. And, telling her all of these things. And she was like, what make you think that? I say, cause God told me, right? And I'm saying, I'm going to get my money, whatever, telling her this was prior to all of this, what I just told you, this was prior to all of the things I found out about her being, one of them, which God had already given me the intuitive gift to know she was being dishonest. She wears a very great mask though. So one day I was texting her. So one day I was texting her because I had put the deposit down for the apartment that we was living in together. And when I left, she had to move, and I said, I want my deposit back because you didn't have no deposit to put down. I want my money back. Long story short, I was like, I texted her, I was like, yeah, I know you probably not gonna give me my money back, saying whatever. And this is all in text message. She says, yeah, I something like to this. It's not verbatim, but it went something like this. Yeah, I want to make sure that I do the right thing for all people involved, because I took your deposit too along with the other money. And I got pissed the fuck off. So I was like, I knew it, B, blah, 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 blah. I was like, you better hope I don't turn to dark. I said, because I'm going to take your whole bloodline out. Now, the reason why I'm telling y'all this because God wants me to bring that conversation to when I got back in her life that last time. She brought that conversation up, okay? And she was like, yeah, because remember you had said that you will take my whole bloodline out. I said, but are you showing? I said, are you showing? That's what I said. Are you showing people? Because God was telling me, are you showing people what you said? God said, back up. When I discussed it with her then, she said she had been on some type of medication. She didn't know what she was saying. God said that is true. God said he allowed that because it spoke the truth. And God said it wasn't just the medication that she was on, she was doing some type of drugs. So when she said that statement about for everybody involved, it was the truth. She just fucked up and was on one and sent that shit to me. Okay, so she confessed it. And then she's like, oh, I ain't mean to say that. When she woke up the next day, I ain't mean to say that. No. I'm sorry. You gotta forgive me. I was on some type of medication. No, God made her do that. She's not aware that she did it when she was on one. Hello. Thank y'all for coming. Okay. So now we finished with that part. Moving along, when I saw her, she brought that up. God says she's been telling people, showing people that message. But what she did was she deleted the part where she confessed to everybody being involved with some money that is yours. Okay? She took that part out, and it only shows where you better be glad, you better hope that I don't turn dark, because I'm going to take your whole bloodline out. And she showed that to people and told people, you see, she a witch, she evil. And that's why she brought it up to me, because she was trying to justify the lie that she had been telling behind my back. So the thing about her is she will tell on herself. Because why are you randomly bringing that up? Because you're trying to manipulate my mind, manipulate the situation, because you didn't went out here and told people some shit that you didn't show them what you actually said to me and why I said it. You didn't even tell them, oh, well, just had prophesied that, people had stole her money, family, and all of these things like that. And she was talking to me about that previously, and I act like I ain't know what she was talking about. But then one night I got messed up, and then I confirmed that it's true. But I don't want y'all to know I done confirmed it, that it's true, because I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm going to show y'all this message about her saying, you better hope that I don't ever turn dark, because I'll take your whole bloodline out. And that's all the thing people know. Nobody knows that she admitted to the very thing that I talked to her about. No one knows that she admitted that there was money for me. No one knows that. Okay? No one knows that. So God wanted me to confirm this stuff to show y'all that, some of y'all say psychic, some of y'all say prophet. I'm both. I can tap into God, and God give it to me, okay? That what I've said in the past has come to existence with people, like I said, one of the people went to jail, they got out. God said that person who went to jail and got out is because my ex had to sacrifice something to get them out. And I don't want to say what it is. You use your imagination. Okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, that's all I got. If you don't know what this means, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? All right, so these people that you can't erase an incurable disease. You can lie all day and say, oh, yeah, that person ain't no prophet, that person ain't this, that person ain't that. Okay, these people still got what they got. Okay? These people still got what they got. If my sibling ain't went in remission and it's been cured, because I actually prayed for him. And I prayed for him when she told me. And as a matter of fact, she said, oh, he gonna be healed by the righteous one. And I'm just like, what righteous one? What is righteous? Man, I'm just trying to make the best life I can for myself. Righteous? I'm not perfect. Do I try to do the right thing? Yes. Do I always do the right thing? No, because I be cussing motherfuckers out left and right. They probably be innocent sometimes. Because I be feeling like, why you up on my bumper? They might be just like a regular person up on my bumper, right? There's a regular person being an a-hole, ain't got nothing to do with the gang stalking. But because they up on my bumper and that sounds familiar to me, I'll be like, get the fuck off my bumper. They probably innocent. Are they really innocent? I mean, you're on my bumper. But are they innocent from what I'm thinking, that you're a gang stalker? Possibly. I'm not fucking perfect. Do I try to do the right thing every day? Hell to the yes. Because I don't want no ass whooping from God. Because I done seen God's ass whoopings and there ain't nothing nice. There ain't nothing nice. I don't want no ass whooping from him. Okay? But just to get on here for that moment, for this brief moment, I'm going to do a reading later on. I was supposed to do one yesterday, but I had dealing with the gang stalking last night, so I talked about that. Things I have prophesied to you guys on this channel has actually come to pass. And God said, one of the people that I've spoken about that's going to pass away previously on some of my other videos, they're going to try to cover it up for me not to know that that person passed away. But I had already told my ex when we were together, I said, this person going to pass away. And this was before I started writing on the cards. This is when I was with her and I was trying to figure out how to do tarot. I didn't know how to do it, you know, and we was doing the cards together. You know, I was like, all right, you give me this card, then I'm gonna take this card. So we was trying to, you know, figure it out. We had pretty much the same cards, you know, and it was like, damn, we had like pretty much the same cards except for a couple of her cards was that basically someone was going to pass away. It showed on there, someone was going, my intuition, look, that's confirmation. Someone was going to pass away, and I told her who it was. And God said, that's one of the people that's really sick, ill, and going to pass away, like soon. But they don't want me to know nothing about it. And somebody on my side of the family is going to pass away soon. Okay? If I find out who it is, or that's that person, I will come back on here and tell y'all. I don't know if I'm going to show y'all the obituary, if I can find it online. I don't know if they're going to put it on there. I don't want to put no person's faces out there until God tell me to. Because God has steps with his stuff. God is one of them people like, oh, okay, so you going to talk about my baby behind her back and lie to people and do all this shit in her life and she ain't did you nothing but love you. And you don't, you know, you're not gonna do it to her face. So you got all these people coming up against my baby, and my baby ain't did you nothing. So when this person ever comes public and show their face or go expose anything or lies about me, God want me to air the names, the faces, and all the fucking proof I have out. That's what God told me. He said, if they come for you, literally, this is what God told me. If they come for you, he said, I want you to expose everything. Faces, I want you to expose text messages, I want you to expose everything. If they come for you. He said, because it's one thing to go and attack a person who is innocent, who ain't did you nothing, and you do it behind closed door, but it's another to get public and try to humiliate someone publicly with a whole bunch of lies. Okay? For me, I just be chilling. I would never even come on here and say that, but God literally woke me up. And he said, I need you to go tell the people that the things that I have prophesied to you have already come to pass. So that they know that I am real and that I am the one living God and I am talking to you intuitively. Okay, so again, y'all go back on my videos, y'all see this was a while. I already prophesied this. If you know my ex and you know that situation, you know I ain't lying. And you can go back to that video, and then when you found out they was sick or any of my family members was after this prophecy, I said it before it happened. And it's going to be many more people. You know, I'm telling you, let me go ahead and say this. There's a time that's coming. And I'm not going to tell y'all time because God don't want me to reveal that time. There's a time that's coming that everybody that's been involved, God said not one stone is going to be unturned. And everybody's going to get punished in some kind of way. Some people are going to lose their job. Okay? Some people are not going to have a job anymore. Like, period. Some people, I'm just telling you right now, some people are going to be deported back to their country. Okay? This is God's punishment for them. Okay? I hear some people are going to get their children taken away from them. Okay? I hear some people are going to be sick. They're going to be ill. Some people are still going to go to jail. I hear some prison, because jail and prison is two different things. Some people are going to have fines that they have to pay, and the fines are very expensive. I hear for certain situations anywhere from $500 to $10,000 to $15,000 that they will have to pay. And this is some gang stalkers. Some people will lose their vehicle. Some people are going to have car accidents that are going to be fatal. And this is all God telling me this. Okay? And the reason why God is going to do this to people, because God feel like that people need to learn lessons. If you don't learn a lesson from something, then you're going to think it's okay for you to continue to do it. It's just like raising a child. You tell a child, we know this story, right? Not to touch the hot stove because you could get burned. And they might say, burn? What's burn? It's going to hurt that baby. You know, that's going to hurt, you know, so you can make them understand. But because they got their own personality, they hard-headed, what they going to do? Touch the stove, they get burned. God said, in order for him to chastise his kids, because we all his kids, he said he's going to have to punish a lot of people. He said, because if he don't punish a lot of people who has done things, not to just me, to other people, he said, then you're going to think that he's saying that it's okay to do it. And you're not going to change. And you're not going to never understand how what you did was cause and effect of somebody else's life who literally didn't do you anything. So when y'all start seeing things happen and you know, even some stuff is going to start happening on news. Some stuff I already told y'all, some disasters are coming that's going to wipe some cities and states out. Okay? When you start seeing these things that's occurring and things that's happening in people's life that you know that might not be a great person that done people wrong, you're going to know that that's God's hand. That's God's hand over their life. And God's punishing them for the things that they've done. I've already told y'all, these gang stalkers be trying to cause accidents. Literally, when I'm driving, they do things. One of them, I try to get off that lane because sometimes an 18-wheeler jump in front of me and throw on brakes, right? I get out that lane, try to get over in the right lane. They already in the right lane and the left lane like this, so I can't get over. And then when the traffic move, if I found a way to get out of it, then they'll hurry up and speed and try to, you know, deflect. Or sometime I'll be driving down the street and somebody will literally run through the stop sign in front of my car and stop. Or if I'm coming down the street on the same side of the street in the neighborhood, somebody's coming around the curve really, really fast to meet me head on. And it's some of these people look like they in their 20s, sometimes 18, some of them. They even use, and it's the truth, Amazon drivers. And I'm not talking about the ones who drive as an independent contractor. I'm talking about the ones in the Amazon big blue thing. You know, I done had some stud, you know, on my route get out mean mugging me. That don't bother me because, baby, let me tell you something. You could mean mug me all day, honey. What you about? You about that life? Don't get it twisted because your girl's sweet, baby. You can mean mug me all day long because I know I ain't did you nothing. So if you come for me trying to fight me and I ain't did you nothing, I'm going to give you all the gang stalking I done went through, all of the motherfucking bullshit I done been through. You going to get it the worst. Because I'm like, I don't even know you. I don't know what your issue is. You mean mugging me. You got it on your mind, but you ain't saying nothing. So if you feel justified that you feel like you going to come put your hands on me and I don't even fucking know you, I ain't never did nothing to you, and you think I'm just gonna let you? If my ancestors don't get that ass first, this ain't what you want. Cause you gonna get all of the shit that I've been going through. And forbid, if there's nobody that's strong enough to pull me off of you, I'll probably go to motherfucking jail. Cause I'm probably not gonna stop beating the fuck out you. Cause at that point, I'm gonna want to see some kind of blood, some kind of lifelessness. You know, I'm gonna want to see that you're ended. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm like, you had the audacity to come to me and try to fight me. I don't even know you. That's how my brain going to think. Right? I'm just being honest. It's only going to take God to say, okay, just enough. And pull me in the spirit off of that person. because people feel justified for attacking you, mistreating you, bullying you, and then have the audacity to come try to mistreat you and mean mug you, and you like, have we ever met? You know me? Because I've never seen you a day in my life. I don't know you. I don't know you. Never met you. But you got a problem with me that I have no idea what it is. Okay? But this is my life. So again, God is going to start taking people down. And if you're one of these people that come on my channel, or you watch this channel later on and it's you, it's not me. It's your karma. I want to say this very clearly. I don't dib and dab in any black magic. I pray, I meditate, I ask God to get my vengeance over the people that have done things to me, which is already God's vengeance. Because God will go and look and say, who's been naughty, who's been nice, who did what, and how it happened. And he'll see, I ain't did shit because I don't even know who the fuck these people are. Number one, and I don't do shit. So he gonna look at it, he gonna be like, okay, such came against you. He gonna give them their karma. He's gonna give them the things that they've done to me. The people who've been trying to cause accidents, some of these people are not gonna make it. Because had it not been for my angel sometime to come in front of my vehicle and stop my vehicle, there would have been a whole accident. So I go to the police, call the police. This person had ran the stop sign, did this. These people be lying. These people will lie. And half of these officials are part of it. So it's like they all work in tandem. But God said he is about to cause some uproar. And I already know when it's coming. I ain't going to tell you, I already know. He already told me. I already know. I already know a lot of things that I cannot say on here. That's it. He just wanted me to confirm that. And I gotta say, I don't know why he wanted me to bring my ex and my family up. I don't know why. It has to be something going on in the spirit. This time is fine. Yeah, facts. Respect now. I don't you. I respect how I owe. That what bumper made for. Yeah, anyway, so that's it. That's it, you know. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if it ever be where God put my enemies in front of me and any apologies and all that stuff, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna accept people's apology. Okay? I'm not gonna say it because I feel like I don't understand why people want to apologize only when they get caught, or only when they're suffering, or only when God punished them. Why do it take all of that for a person to realize what they're doing is wrong? And if it was them, how would they feel? Like, I don't want to accept nobody's apology. I don't. Now, if you come to me in the midst of it and be like, man, I was one of your gang stalkers, or I did this to you behind your back, I'm sorry, I really didn't know where my mind was, or something like that, of course I'm gonna accept your apology if I feel like it's genuine. But for you to come and to apologize to me only because now you are getting the repercussions of your own actions, because now God is giving you karma, why would I want to accept that? And y'all be feeling like, some of y'all be feeling like earth angels are people just supposed to forgive. Like, I don't have to forgive anything. Because forgiveness is for me. It's for me to release that stress and burden off of my heart that you did XYZ. It's not for me to make you feel better about yourself. Now, I can't say, okay, you forgiven to make you feel good about yourself, but if I don't want to, I don't choose to forgive you, I don't have to. I don't have to give that to you. That's a gift. I don't have to give you that gift of me saying, I forgive you, so you can go home and be like, okay, well, at least she forgave me. No, I don't have to give that to you. That's a gift. And for me to give you that kind of gift, that's to be earned. That's not for me to just go ahead and tell you, I forgive you because you did what? And my thing is, when you ask for forgiveness, are you asking for forgiveness and you say what you did? Or are you just saying, please forgive me? Well, okay, forgive you for what? What did you actually do? And if you can't admit to what you actually did, the forgiveness you want is just to make yourself feel better. And I'm not going to give that to people. People need to learn their lessons just as well as I had to learn my lessons. I've got my ass whooped out here several times for things that I've done in my past. Everyone has to learn their lesson. And I'm not going to ever step in the way of God giving anybody their lesson, their karma, because I know with karma there is growth if you choose to grow. Some people don't choose to grow. Sometimes people keep on taking the ass whooping and keep on doing the same thing. Well, maybe they strong, like maybe they love getting their ass whipped. I don't. I do not. Because when God comes down on me, he comes down on me hard. He gets me all the way together. Okay? So don't ever think that if I did something wrong to somebody that I got away with. I did not. He holds me to higher standards because I have started my healing journey. He'll tell me things, because sometimes, be honest with y'all, I'll be like, when I see some of my stalkers, I'll be like, fat fuck. I literally do. I do. Let's be real. And God would chastise me. He was like, that's not okay. And I'm like, well, God, I'm in my car. He said, but no, you rolled your window down and you made sure that gang stalker heard you say fat fuck. And I'm like, well, God, it's not making right for him to fucking stalk me and shit. He got the camera up out the window fucking recording me even before I said that, which is why I said it. That doesn't make it right. He's like, this is like how God chastises. I'm letting y'all know this is how God chastises me. It's one thing that you're standing in your car. Your words, your mouth is moving and he can see you. And yes, he's wrong. I'm going to deal with that. And I know he got the camera on you. And I know that's the reason why you said it. But then when you pull off, you roll your window down and you make sure that he hears it. He said, that's weird. We're not going to do that. So I get chastised. And I be pissed off. I'm like, so he did wrong. And I freaking said fat fuck. And then I rolled the window down. I get chastised. But I saw it. I understood it. Because what God's trying to teach me is that person does have issues with their damn body. That person does have issues. They have low self-esteem. And yes, what they're doing is wrong to me. God don't want me to be one of them people to go and just make them feel worse than what they already have. God want to be the one to chastise them. He don't care about me screaming in my car and all of that and cursing in my car where I'm not rolling the window down telling that person they a fat fuck. He don't want me doing that. He want me to be better than that. So I got chastised about that. And I didn't like it. But God puts me in check. I get my ass handed to me. So don't think that anything that I've ever done to anybody, said something to somebody, that God don't whip my ass for it. God will do petty things to me after that. Like I might get a drink and then spill grape juice all over my damn clothes. And now I gotta, change my schedule and go wash my clothes. Like he'll do shit to me that he know will irritate me for doing something like that. Because I know not to do nothing really major, right? Because if I do something really major, then my ass will be grass. Hi. All right, so I'm just trying to show y'all, like, don't think I don't get my ass whooped for things that I do. Because I do. That's why I try not to do shit. But I didn't ask for these gang stalkers to come in my life. My thing is, like, had they never been in my life, I would never have to say what I had to say. But now I'm being punished for something that God wants me to hold myself more of a high standard to. Don't be like them. It's like, well, we should just move them out my life and then I'm good. Just make them go the fuck away. Make them go be with their own life. Whatever miserable life that they have, why they gotta bring the misery to me? And I just don't be understanding that, but in time, I guess I will. Okay? Karma is coming a lot of people's ways. I know the dates. I'm not going to tell it. But if you see this and you know you was a part of anything in anybody's life, and it's not just my life, that has done wrong to people, you might want to start asking God to forgive you. Because the karma that some of these people going to get ain't going to be no joke. And we talk about all the way to the officials. We talking about a whole damn cult. And it's already begun. So if anybody on here know the cult I'm talking about and know what I'm talking about, and you have seen the shit start already happening, you know I ain't lying. You know I'm not lying. That's just the beginning. And when you start seeing one by one falling, dying, going to prison and all that, you gonna know, oh, the shit about to get real. It's coming to you too. You are not apart from that. One by one, they will fall. Because you were a part of it. And you did nothing to do something better, to not be a part of something that was causing other people pain in their life. And these people didn't do nothing to you. Don't say I ain't tell you on here, because it did. All right, beautiful people, I'm about to get up off here. I'm about to get myself together. I'll have to go work till later, so I might come right back on here. Now I'm gonna do the reading later after I get off from, I don't know what time I get off work. I don't know. I ain't gonna make no promises, because I don't know what my schedule gonna look like. I might get right back on here and do the reading, or after I look to see what my schedule look like. If my schedule is late, then I'll probably get back on here and do it. If it's not late that I get off, then I will do it after. But I'm about to get myself together, clean my face up and all of that beautiful stuff, and I'll get back on here and do a reading. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank y'all for listening to what I had to say. I pray for everybody that we all get it together, because none of us are perfect. I pray that we start loving one another, minding our own business. If we can't lift one of each other up, then we definitely don't bring each other down. I pray that my gang stalkers confirmation. I pray that my gang stalkers one day realize that what they have been doing is wrong. I do. I pray that we continue to level up as humanity, in kindness, love, and true, and be able to talk to one another as individuals and love that person for whom they are, but not for whom we want them to be. I pray that we see that the Most High God is real and true on earth and in heaven and in our lives. We just have to ask for God to come into our life for us to see and know that He exists. I pray that there be perfect peace, so where we can all have fun and enjoy each other, have parties, and go to each other's families' houses, and everybody is good. Ain't nobody hating, ain't nobody disliking nobody. Everybody's good. Ain't nobody doing no witchcraft, trying to put shit in people's food, trying to kill each other, trying to touch people's children behind their back, lie on people. I pray that this world become a place where we're a big old family. Nobody is left out. Nobody's hungry because they got so many family members that somebody got some food, right, to feed you. Somebody knows somebody that can put you in a house, right, because you're homeless, right? Somebody know a mechanic that can fix your car. Somebody know there's an honest person who gonna get you a reliable car that ain't gonna overcharge you, right? That's the kind of world that I wish that we could live in. I wish that we could all meet up and go to the club and party and have a good ass time, right? Ain't nobody judging nobody, because we all here to have one good old ass time together. It ain't about what nobody wearing, ain't about what nobody can afford. It's all about the energy that we all bring in, sharing love and kindness and just having a good time. That's what I pray for. And I pray that nobody, wishes any bad ill over anybody's life. And we all break that ego and pride and be able to say, hey, I fucked up. I'm sorry. Damn, I am sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart, and be genuine with it, instead of putting our pride and ego in a place of all of that and not wanting to be accountable for our actions. That's what I pray for. All right, beautiful people, I'm getting off of here. This is Just Love. Don't forget to love yourself today, tomorrow, and for the rest of your life. I'm out.